Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your swimsuits because down in Florida's sun-baked armpit of Blind Creek Beach, 6 bare-assed adventurers just turned a simple strip-down into a full-blown county-wide circus of citations, and I'm here sweating through my polyester blazer to bring you the unfiltered idiocy. It was October 25th, that sticky stretch where the humidity clings like a bad ex, and these 6 geniuses, let's call them the mapless mooners, decide Blind Creek's calling their name. Now, Blind Creek's got this official nude optional zone, a little patch of paradise where folks can air out without the fuzz crashing the party. But oh no, these trailblazers think, why stick to the signs when we can freelance our freedom? They park their rusty van a measly mile off course, right in the heart of family picnic territory, where the seagulls are screeching louder than a toddler denied ice cream. Out come the towels, or lack thereof, and boom, they're strutting like they own the tide, genitals flapping in the salty breeze, oblivious to the clothing-required signs screaming from every palm tree. I mean, come on, who maps a beach? These clowns apparently skip that life hack, figuring a mile's just a hop, skip, and a bear jig away. Picture the scene, waves crashing with that relentless whoosh, the air thick with sunscreen and regret, and suddenly some wide-eyed jogger's phone is out, dialing 911 faster than you can say exposure. Deputies get the call. It's the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office, folks, the same crew that chases gators for fun, and they're already revving up the ATVs like it's the goddamn apocalypse. Tires kicking up sand that smells like wet dog and desperation, sirens wailing over the distant hum of tourist traffic on A1A. One deputy's muttering into his radio, "We've got streakers playing geography roulette," while another's visor fogs up from the sheer "what the hell" of it. By the 26th, patrols double down, ATVs zipping like angry hornets, deputies in mirrored shades scanning the dunes for any hint of hide-and-seek epidermis. And there they are, our heroes, frolicking in the forbidden fringe. One guy's got a cooler of beers sweating beads onto the sand, another's building a sandcastle with more coverage than they have. The absurdity ramps up when a deputy rolls up, megaphone blaring, "Sir, ma'am, this ain't the buffet line cover-up or cuff-up." But no, they argue, waving some crumpled Google Maps printout like it's the Magna Carta. "It's close enough," one yells, as if proximity excuses public prancing. Close enough? That's like saying your parking ticket's invalid because you were only double parked for a second. The deputy's face red as a boiled lobster under that helmet twists into pure, fed-up fury, and he's thinking, great. Another shift babysitting birthday suits. Escalation hits fever pitch on the 27th. Word spreads like wildfire through the beach shacks, locals gawking from their Adirondack chairs, sipping lukewarm sodas and whispering, "Tourists, am I right?" The Mooners double down, inviting a 7-some sunburned buddy who shows up with a guitar, strumming tunes about liberation while the wind whips salt into everyone's eyes. Deputies swarm, ATVs churning ruts deeper than the Grand Canyon of stupidity, and now it's a standoff. 6 naked souls versus the long arm of the law, with citations flying like confetti at a bad wedding. Indecent exposure charges stack up misdemeanors, sure, but enough to make your mugshot the talk of the trailer park. One deputy's got to wrestle a towel over a protester's head while the guy's yelling about constitutional rights, the whole scene reeking of coconut oil and crushed egos. Meanwhile, back at the station, the booking clerk's rolling her eyes so hard she sees her own brain, fingerprinting bare feet that tracked half the beach inside. And by the 28th, total meltdown. The sheriff's office drops the presser, 6 arrests, all because these directional disasters couldn't tell a nude nook from a no-no zone. Fines that'll sting worse than jellyfish, court dates looming like storm clouds over the Everglades, and the beach? It's a ghost town now, patrolled tighter than Fort Knox, with signs doubled up and drones buzzing overhead like paranoid pigeons. I'm furious just reading the report hours wasted on ATV chases for what? A geography fail of epic flapping proportions? These idiots turned a chill coastal vibe into a taxpayer-funded nude rodeo. And for what? A tan line that says, "I tried? Exhale." Because if you thought that was peak human folly, stick around. There's another batch of brain-dead antics crawling out of the woodwork next. And if those beach bums thought they had cornered the market on misjudged boundaries, buckle up for this next slice of Oklahoma lunacy that's got me chain-smoking in the control booth just to keep from screaming. It was July 4th, 2025, the kind of sweltering holiday where the air hangs heavy with charcoal smoke and the faint crackle of fireworks popping off too early, turning a backyard barbecue into a powder keg of poor decisions. Brandon Thompson, 35 years old, and fresh out of whatever rock he'd been hiding under, fires up the grill on his birthday ribs, sizzling with that greasy pop, corn on the cob, sweating butter onto picnic tables, scarred from 1,000 regretful feasts. He's got the whole setup, red, white, and blue banners flapping limp in the humid breeze, coolers sweating condensation like they're in on the sweat lodge vibe, and a girlfriend who's been none the wiser about the 6 felony warrants dogging his heels like loyal hounds from hell. Warrants for what? Oh, the classics, stolen vehicles, maybe some fraud. The paperwork's a novel of nonsense that no one's got time to skim. But Brandon? He's got a plan, ring in his pocket, sparkling like it absolves a lifetime of bad calls. Cops from the Oklahoma City PD roll up uninvited, squad cars crunching gravel in the driveway, lights flashing silent but ominous against the twilight sky that smells like gunpowder and grilled meat gone cold. Body cams capture it all, that grainy footage where you can almost feel the awkward pause as officers step through the chain link gate, badges glinting under string lights. Brandon Thompson? One drawls, voice flat as the panhandle, while the birthday boy's face drains faster than a punctured beer can. The party's grinding to a halt, guests shuffling feet on the patchy lawn, plastic forks hovering mid-bite over potato salad that's starting to curdle in the heat. Brandon's excuses tumble out like loose change. Officers, it's my birthday, man. Can't this wait till after the cake? As if felony fugitives get a hall pass for sparklers. The lead cop, this grizzled type with a mustache that screams, "I've seen it all and hate most of it," just sighs, heavy as the humidity, and starts the pat-down routine. Cuffs click open with that metallic snick, cold steel biting into wrists that were toasting marshmallows 5 minutes ago. But here's where the absurdity kicks into overdrive. As they're marching him toward the cruiser, ring box bulging in his jeans like a guilty secret, Brandon drops to one knee right there in the dirt yard, fireworks whistling overhead like ironic applause. "Babe," he croaks, voice cracking over the distant hum of neighbors' celebrations. "Will you marry me?" The girlfriend freezes, eyes wide as the officers exchange that look, the one that says, somewhere in this godforsaken state, a training seminar on work-life balance just got obsolete. She nods, teary and baffled, while the air thickens with the scent of burnt hot dogs and unspoken felony footnotes. The cops? They actually pause the procedure, one shifting the cuffs to his front so he can slide that ring on her finger, the diamond catching the patrol car's headlights like a cheap firework. "Make it quick," the sergeant mutters, glancing at his watch as if overtime's the real crime here. This is peak felony romance, a proposal forged in the glow of taillights and the texture of regret-soaked grass. Escalation piles on like uninvited relatives, word leaks from the body cam, and suddenly the station's buzzing with deputies replaying the clip during coffee breaks, chuckling through gritted teeth at the sheer gall. Brandon's pleading now, "She had no idea, officers, this is our moment." As if ignorance is a get-out-of-jail-free card etched in platinum. The bureaucratic ballet unfolds, paperwork shuffling like a bad poker hand, warrants read aloud in that monotone drone that echoes off cinder-block walls smelling of stale bleach and despair. Girlfriend's left standing there, ring glinting absurdly against the barbecue's dying embers, guests scattering like roaches under a porch light. One cop quips off mic, "Happy birthday, buddy. Hope the cell block cake's moist," while another radios in the transport, voice laced with the weariness of a man who's collared romantics before breakfast. By booking time, it's a full circus, mugshot with that dazed diamond dreamer grin, fingerprints smudging ink onto forms that list priors longer than a July heatwave. The sheriff's office drops the footage like a mic, and the internet eats it up, comments flooding with snark sharper than the cuff's edge. Brandon's en route to county, proposing from the back seat in whispers, while his fiancée drives home alone, the ring a talisman against the fallout. Cops file the report with footnotes on unusual circumstances, as if this is just another Tuesday in the felony fairy tale department. "I'm over here." Voice rasping like sandpaper on regret, tallying this as crime number 301, wondering if the mountains have decent cell service or if solitude's the only sane proposal left. In the end, love's a warrant waiting to happen, handcuffed to whatever dumb sparkler dream you chase next. Leave it in the comments. Hit that subscribe button because God only knows what insane shit I'm going to dig up next time.